Hello, my friends. This is Mary. I'm so glad you stopped by Cardz TV today. We are going to jump right into today's card. This is another card for the countdown to Christmas, and this one is a fun fold called an offset gatefold card. Now we're going to start with a piece of green cardstock, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score this at 2 3/4 and 7 inches. This is pretty thick cardstock, so I'm going to go over it twice. You probably can't see them, but here are our score lines. And you'll see why this is called an offset gatefold. We're going to go ahead and fold them up, make sure our edges are even. Give them a good press with a bone folder. And you'll soon see why this is offset. And you can turn this card either direction you want to. You can have your small flap of your offset on the right, or you can have it on the left. And it's going to open like this. And I think I'm going to have my small flap on the right. Now we're going to go ahead and put the inside in our card. For that, I've cut a piece of white cardstock, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to go ahead and take the glue and get that centered and get that adhered. And then I've got something fun I'm going to put on here. Okay, we've got that on the inside. This is for our sentiment and for any comment we want to write. I'm going to save that little embellishment until we get the front of the card done. Now, for this side of the card, and all my papers came from several different recollection Christmas card stacks that I have accumulated over the years. I have so much Christmas paper, guys, you wouldn't believe it. So I'm trying to use it all up. But this cute little paper has cupcakes, gumdrops, peppermints, candy canes, popcorn strings, just really, really cute. And I've cut this, let me think, at 2.5 by 5 1/4. That's going to go right over here. And then for the smaller flap, I've got this cute dark red and white polka dot. This came from the same stack as that. And I cut this one at 1.25 inches by 5 1/4. I'm going to get these adhered down to the front of the card. Isn't this looking cute, guys? I love these papers on that green. Next, I went to the Art Philosophy cartridge, and I cut a circle, and the circle is on page 21, and then I flipped over to page 31, and I cut a scallop circle. So that's the plain circle is on 21, the scallop circle's on 31. I'll show you those. I cut the scallop out of some of that same green, and then this is some more paper out of one of my paper pads that I've had all this time, and it's dark red and it's got lighter red snowflakes all over it. Now I cut this at 3 1/4 inches, and this was cut at 3 inches. I'm going to get these adhered together, and I'm only going to attach just this half to the front of my gatefold card. Okay, I've got that all attached and ready for my cute little embellishment, and it's a little gingham cup or mug that's going to go on the front. This came from the Joys of the Season cartridge, and it is on page 51, and I cut it on flip. You can see my cup has the handle on the other side. So I cut it on flip, and I cut the cup at 1.5 inches. That's on page 51. Now I wanted a little snowflake to go on the front. So I cut one out of white. I cut it at 1 inch, and it's also in the Joys of the Season cartridge. And it is on page 60. It's this one right here, cut at 1 inch out of white. I'm going to get my snowflake adhered to my little mug, and then I'm going to put my mug on some foam tape and get it right there on the front of my card. I'm loving this particular red and green together because it's a darker, richer red, and the green is not quite a Christmas green or an evergreen. It's just a really, really pretty green. I really like that. So let's get this snowflake on here. Okay, I've got my little mug on there, popped up on some foam tape. I think I'm going to take a silver glitter gem and put right in the center of that snowflake, just to give this card just a tiny bit of sparkle. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Very pretty. Now for my sentiment, I used one of my Cardz TV stamp sets, and this is Cocoa Tastes Best When Shared with a Friend. I love that. My banner is cut at 5/8 of an inch by 2.5 inches, and I'm just going to glue it down flat right about there. Yeah, just like that. Then we're going to come back and put the embellishment on the inside of the card. I just love this little card. I love the colors, the little mug, everything. Okay, for the inside, now I told you this little cup was cut at 1.5 inches. I cut another one for the inside, but I cut this one at 1.75 inches, and I stamped "Have a Warm and Cozy Christmas," and I'm going to put that right there. And that gives me plenty of room to sign my name and add any additional sentiment that I want to send. And I think I'm going to take maybe another piece of this red and put down here. But I'll go ahead and get this attached to the inside of my card. Here's the finished offset gatefold card, guys. Didn't it turn out cute? I'm loving these patterns and colors together. I just think they go great. So on the front, we've got Cocoa Tastes Best When Shared with a Friend, and we've got that pretty little glittery silver gemstone in the center of our snowflake. I'd love to have a mug like that, wouldn't you? And then on the inside, you can see I did add that red and white polka dot. We've got another mug and "Have a Warm and Cozy Christmas." So there we go, guys. Thanks so much for coming by today. I appreciate y'all so much. I love you all. God bless you all. And I will see you again soon with another card. Bye now.